Hey folks, Ron here. Before we get started, click on that if you haven't done so already. Click on the subscribe button below here, and the little bell for your notifications as well. Okay, so I've received a couple of comments on some of my videos about fueling. I've posted up a IFTA, and I had made mention of the fact that I'll talk about fueling. Uh, some of the drivers, or I have met drivers that pretty much they think that, well, let's just top off my tanks every time I fuel. Well, there's a problem with that, especially when you're an owner operator and you're living from one settlement to the next. Understandably, you're trying to grow. Think of this. Just think of this. Fuel to your load. Now, what does that mean? If you're taking a load that's 1,000 miles, take your mileage, divide that by your miles per gallon, and that'll tell you how many gallons you're going to need for that 1,000 miles. Add 100 miles to that, and now be conservative in your calculations on your miles per gallon. If you're a 6.5 mile per gallon truck, take it at 6. That way you get a little extra. Get enough fuel to do that 1,000 miles, let's say, plus 100 out. Okay, so 1,100 miles. So why is that important? You know, a lot of owner operators work on a weekly settlement. So there's a close-off period for your settlements as well, and for your fuel purchases as well. So you could very easily wind up putting your entire load that you're on money into your fuel tanks and not get a settlement. So be mindful of that. If you don't need the fuel in your tanks, don't be putting it there. Yeah, you're going to use it on the next load, but you take a load into some place and you don't have a load that's coming immediately back out of there, or that load cancels that's coming back out of the location, you may now be stuck with an extra 100 gallons of fuel. Okay, at $3 a gallon, you're talking $300, right? Well, yeah, it's like money in the bank, but do you want that money in the bank, or do you want it in your pocket right now? Wait until you get the next load confirmation and then go get fuel for that. Also, be mindful of, like I said in my other video, be mindful of where you want to buy that fuel. You don't want to be buying fuel in a low tax state and say you're right on in the inside of the border and you load up your tanks for that next load in a low tax state, but you're going to be going across high tax states. You're going to wind up getting shorted on a settlement down the road for your IFTA taxes. So in any case, leave the comments, subscribe, set your notifications on, and we'll go on to the next topic in the next video. Drive safe, please drive safe, and let's do what we have to do out here. Have a great day.